Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Flip Flow. I'm streaming live from California. Sun's about to rise, and until then, I will be freezing. But with breath and energy, we can actually warm up our bodies. So today's sequence is going to be a little bit more upbeat, energetic, quick, and athletic in order to warm up my body. But for now, I invite you to begin in a Sukasana, cross-legged seated pose, with a long line of energy from your tailbone to the crown of your head, your knees falling towards the ground, looking directly forward, eyes closed, just tuning into your body, eliminating all the surroundings and becoming one with thyself. Begin to feel the breath flowing through your body. Feel your body start to warm up a bit with the new oxygen, with the new energy that is flowing. Become conscious, become aware of your breath. Scan your body and see how you feel today. And think about how you would like to feel. Is there any pains that you would like to address? Is there any imbalances that you would like to correct? At this moment, I invite you to set some intentions for today's practice. Set some goals, or even dedicate the practice to someone or something. Whomever or whatever you dedicate this practice to, or whatever your intentions or goals are, make sure to honor them and keep them in your sights, because you'll get there. Take a nice deep inhale and extend your arms above head. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. After a long deep inhale, let's have a collective Om from wherever you may be sitting. Practice. Place both palms flat on the earth in front of you. Reach that left palm over the right and place it flat on the ground. Return to center. Now reach that right palm over the left. Return to center. Alternate your cross-legged seated pose and bring the other leg in front of the other. And lengthen the spine and see how that feels compared to the other side. Now place both hands flat on the ground. Bring that left palm over the right. Return to center. Reach that right palm over the left. And return to center. Rise up. Look to your left. Take a deep inhale. Look to your right. Take a deep inhale. And make your way onto all fours as we commence our next portion in a tabletop. Fingertips spread wide, index fingers pointed forward, parallel with each other. Shoulders stacked over the elbows, elbows stacked over the wrists. Hips are hip width distance directly under the hips, and the tops of your feet are pressed against the mat. Your shoulders are drawing away from your ears. Table. Inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze forward, and raise your tailbone for a cow pose. Exhale. Press against the mat, round your spine, and shift your gaze over to your navel for an angry cat pose. Inhale into that happy cow, smiling. Exhale, angry cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to tabletop and extend the left arm forward, right leg back. Maintain the right foot flexed. Exhale, bring that left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, extend the left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, compress. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, return to tabletop. Inhale, extend the right arm forward, left leg back with the left foot flexed. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, extend right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, compress. Back to tabletop. Now begin to move your body like a circle. Or imagine your body being a ball in a cylinder getting rolled around. Now roll in the opposite direction. And this just kind of lubricates the spine a bit. Drop your left shoulder on the mat. And shift your right hand forward, shifting your gaze over to under your armpit. Bring your right palm in front of your face, press down to root up. Drop that right shoulder down. Shift the left hand forward, and your gaze is under your left armpit. Inhale, press your left hand in front of your face to rise up. Tabletop. Shift both hands forward. Curl your toes and press your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Feel free to walk out this downward dog by bending one knee and extending the other, and then alternating. Slowly inch your hands back to meet your feet at the back of the mat. Bend your knees round your spine and slowly and controlled articulate vertebra by vertebra as you rise up. Nearing the top, roll the shoulders back, shift the gaze forward, and take that first step. And feel the energy on the four corners of your right foot. And take another step and feel that energy rising up through that foot. And keep stepping forward until you reach the front of your mat and establish Parabandha. Once you reach the top of the mat, Parabandha is rooting down on the four corners of your feet, whether that be with your big toes together and your heels slightly spread apart, or with your feet at hip width distance, with the outer edges of your feet aligned with the outer edges of your mat. I prefer with my toes together and my heels slightly spread apart, but that's just me. Let's make our way into active alignment in the mountain pose, using our muscles to align all these bones we have. So root down those feet, activate those leg muscles, micro bend in the knees. Your tailbone comes underneath your torso. Shoulders are drawn down away from the ears. Your navel is pressed onto your spine. Palms are facing forward. Chin is parallel to the earth. We're standing here in anatomical position, but I like to refer to it as active alignment because all your muscles are actively aligning your bones. Now extend the arms above head, drawing the shoulders down away from your ears, and imagining a big ball of energy being held in between your fingers. Fingers active, manipulating that energy. Hinging at the hip, fold forward for a swan dive. Grab your elbows here and sway or wiggle just to get all those little extra kinks out. Place your fingertips on your shins, extend your arms, and create an L with your body for a halfway lift. Looking for a micro bend in the upper back here. Exhale, fold forward and place your hands on the mat. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. And establish a Palakasana, also known as plank. Dial the hands out a bit. Stack the shoulders over the elbows, elbows over the wrist. Rotate those elbows outward. And just find some strength and ease here in this plank. The plank strengthens your core, which provides support for your spine and in turn eliminates back pain. On an exhale, bend at the elbows, lowering halfway down to a Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes. Press your tops of your feet onto the mat. Activate your legs. Your knees are off the ground. Upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes. And press those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Driving those heels towards the earth. Trying to kiss those armpits. And striving for length in the spine. Activate that Ujjayi breath through the nose. Make it audible. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees, shift your gaze forward, and lightly float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on the shins. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees and round up. Back to active alignment. Back to mountain pose. Strong and rooted, yet tall and free. Inhale, extend the arms above head. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward on a swan dive, hinging at the hip. Place the hands on the shins, inhale up to a halfway lift. Elbows drawn away from the ears. Micro bend in the upper back. Exhale. Hands on the mat. Float back into a plank. And again, find some strength here. Exhale, lower halfway down, bending at the elbows. Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes into an upward facing dog. Avoid allowing the heels to splay. Keep the knees off the ground. Drop your knees, curl your toes, and press those hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left leg. Bend the left knee and open the hip up. Bring that left foot to the right side. Shifting your gaze over to your right armpit. And bring that left foot to your nose. That left knee to your nose. Back and bring that left foot between your hands. Drop the right heel so that your right toes are pointed towards the right top right corner of your mat. Left knee bent at 90 degrees. Rise up for warrior one. Hips neutral. Rooting down on the outer edge of your right foot. Exhale. Hands on the mat. Step left foot back. Back into plank. Finding some strength again. Finding your breath. Exhale, lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes. Upward facing dog. Knees are off the mat. Heels are not splitting. And avoid dumping in the lower back. Exhale, drop the knees. Curl the toes and press those hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Extend that right leg back. Bend that right knee and open the hip up by bringing that right knee to the left side, keeping that left foot straight on the mat. Inhale, bring that right knee to the nose. Exhale, take that right leg back. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Drop the left heel on the mat. Top left corners, top left, pointing towards the top left corner of the mat with hips neutral. Rising up to a warrior one with arms extended above head. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Bend the elbows lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes to an upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, press the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Walk it out. The bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees, shift your gaze forward, and lightly float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the bum, raise the arms up for a chair pose. Rotate the pinkies inward. Root down on the four corners of your feet and create that long line of energy with your spine all the way to your fingertips. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, round your spine, roll up to a mountain pose and actively align yourself. Tap back into that controlled Ujjayi breath. Inhale, extend the arms above head. Exhale, bring them together at heart center for Samastitihi. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the bum. Take the hands up for another chair pose. Bring the palms together, and on an inhale, bring that right elbow outside the left knee. Hook it and twist to the left. Bring in your hands to the sternum height and avoid dumping in that right shoulder. Keeping those knees even. Exhale, release the hook. Extend the arms forward. Back into chair pose. Bring the palms together and now bring that left elbow outside the right thigh. Hook it and twist to the right. Avoid dumping in that left shoulder here. And try and maintain those toes and knees together. Exhale, release. Fold forward. Bend the knees. Rise up. Inhale, extend the arms above head. Exhale. Bring the hands together at heart center for Samastitihi. Shift your weight onto your left foot while allowing the right foot to levitate. Rooting down on the four corners of the left foot. Raise that right foot and place the right sole of your foot on your left thigh, or you can press it onto your left calf for this tree pose. Set your sights on a singular point that's not moving in order to maintain a better balance. Maintain strength in that left leg, a micro bend in the left knee. Remove that right foot from the thigh and extend that right leg back as you hinge at the hip, folding forward into a warrior three. Right foot flexed, right toes pointed inward to maintain the hip neutrality. Extend the arms above head. Warrior three. Drop that right foot down on the right toes and make your way into a crescent pose. With that right knee slightly bent, left knee bent at 90 degrees. Avoid dumping in the lower back here as you want to root down on your feet and rise straight up through the torso. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, and drop that left shoulder inside that left thigh, and extend the arms above head, or extend the arms behind your back. Release the interlace and rise back up. Drop the right knee onto the mat. Shift your weight forward. Place your hands on the mat and shift your weight back onto your left heel. Shift your weight forward. Now shift your weight back. Shift your weight forward. Raise the knee. Place that right palm down inside of the right foot. And extend that left hand up to the sky. Fingertips active. Right leg strong, off the ground. Exhale, both hands on the mat. Inhale, drop the right heel, make your way into a warrior two. Rainbowing the hands back, arms extended alongside, left knee at 90 degrees, right knee, micro bend, and you're rooting down on the outside edge of your right foot. You're dialed into your breath, you're tuned in. Drop that left elbow on the left thigh, reach over the top of the body with the right hand, and shift your gaze over to your right middle finger for a humble warrior. Inhale, rainbow the hands back, placing your right hand on your right hamstring, and reaching over the top with your left hand, shifting your gaze over to your left middle finger. Left knee still at 90 degrees, micro bend still on the right knee. Humble warrior, or reverse warrior, excuse me. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Inhale, extend the left leg. Shift your right foot closer to your left, heel toeing it closer, shortening the distance. Feet are perpendicular. As you reach forward with your left hand, reach back with your left hip. Drop that left hand down to the left ankle for a triangle pose. Inhale, rise up. Place your hands on your hips and rotate that right foot 90 degrees inward. Boom. Now your feet are on train tracks. Micro bend in both knees. Hinge at the hip. Fold forward into a pyramid pose. Option to use the blocks in this pose. Inhale, rise up and step forward. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Exhale. Hands together at Samastitihi. Begin to shift your weight onto your right foot, allowing that left foot to levitate. You're rooting down on the four corners of your left foot. And you grab that left foot and you bring that left sole onto your right thigh or your right calf, but not your right knee. Rooting down on the four corners of your right foot. Micro bend in the right knee. You find strength in that right leg in this tree pose. Rooted on the ground with the crown of your head. The hairs on your head are like leaves reaching towards the sky. Remove that right foot off the thigh and the left foot off the thigh and extend it back as you make our way into a warrior three. Rooting down the four corners of that right foot. Extend the arms above head. Left foot flex. Micro bend in the upper back and drop the left toes down for a crescent pose. Left knee slightly bent. Right knee at 90 degrees. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And bring that right shoulder inside the right knee. Now rise up. Press that left palm down inside the right foot and extend the right arm up to the sky. Avoid allowing that right knee to splay. Bring both palms down. Drop that left knee to the mat and shift your weight back. So you roll onto that right heel and you shift your weight onto that left heel. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, shift your weight back. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, shift your weight back. Inhale forward. Keep the knee off the ground. Drop that left heel and rainbow up to warrior two. Right knee 90 degrees. Micro bend in the left knee. Rooting down on the outer edge of the left foot. Arms extended alongside. Not too far forward. Not too far back, but just right in the center. Drop that right elbow on the right thigh. And reach over the top with the left hand for a humble warrior. Gazes over to your left middle finger. Rainbow them back for a reverse warrior. Left hand, left hamstring. Right hand reaching over the top. Right knee still bent at 90 degrees. And still rooting down on the outer edge of that left foot. Inhale. Back to warrior two. Extend the right leg. Heel toe the left foot forward, shortening the distance. Reach forward with your right hand as you reach back with your left hip. Drop the right foot hand down to the right ankle and take the left hand up to the sky for a triangle pose. Inhale. Back up. Hands on the hips. Rotate the left foot inward 90 degrees. Your feet are now on train tracks pointed directly forward. Hips are neutral. Fold forward at the hip. Hinging. And place both palms on the mat for a pyramid pose. Inhale, rise up and step forward. Back to that mountain pose. Back to standing tall with all your muscles actively aligning the bones. Inhale, extend the arms up above head. Exhale, hands together at Samastitihi. Heel toe the feet outward so that the outer edges of your feet are aligned with the outer edges of your mat. Bend the knees, drop the bum, and place those elbows inside the knees for Malasana. Press those knees out with the elbows and press those elbows in with the knees. Shoulders draw away from the ears and your heart shines. Now roll onto your bum, make onto your back. Point your toes and create a V with your body for this dolphin pose. Palms facing towards the sky. Long line of energy for 5. Breathing controlled for 4. Toes are pointed for 3. Relax for 2. Smiling for 1. Exhale, release. Inhale, back into a dolphin pose. For 5. Toes pointed for 4. Palms to the sky for 3. Shoulders drawn down for 2. Lengthy spine for 1. Smile, 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 and release. Inhale. Bring the thighs to your chest and release your fingers and give your knees a big hug. Exhale, release the knees. Drop the feet down directly underneath your knees. Heels near the bum. Palms flat on the mat. Press down on those feet to raise the hips up, keeping the knees neutrally pointed forward. Interlace your fingers underneath your back. And root down those arms from pinky to the shoulder. And drop the chin to the sternum for this bridge pose. Toes soft. Exhale, release the interlace. Raise the heels and lower your back down, starting at the upper back, then the middle back, and then the lower back. Extend the left leg. Fold it over onto the right thigh. Reach through the window of your thighs, interlace your fingers, and pull back on that right hamstring as you press open that left thigh with the left elbow, keeping that right knee bent at 90 degrees and the right foot flexed for reverse pigeon. Exhale, release the interlace, drop the right foot down, shift the hips over to the left side of the mat, and allow that left foot to fall over to the right side. The whole right leg should be rooted down. Your left sole is on the ground. Grab that left ankle with the right hand and shift your gaze over to your left shoulder as you drive the energy of that left knee away from you, away from your torso, opening up your hips. Inhale, release the left ankle. Bring the legs back up and the hips underneath. Extend the left leg, drop it down. Extend that right knee, fold it over. Fold that right leg onto the left thigh. Reach through the windows of your thighs, interlace your fingers. Pull back on that left hamstring as you open up that right thigh with the right elbow. Left knee bent at 90 degrees and left foot flexed. Reverse pigeon. Exhale. Drop the left foot down on the mat. Shift the hips over to the right side of the mat. And allow that right foot to fall to the left side of the mat. Allowing that whole left leg to ground. Grab that right ankle with the left hand. And shift your gaze over to your right shoulder as that right knee moves away from you, away from your head. This leg goes that way. Inhale, bring the legs back up, shift the hips underneath, extend the right leg, drop it down, bring both knees to your thigh, and again, another hug. Drop the feet down, and going into an inversion, we cast our legs up to the sky and bring our hands onto our lower back, trying to bring our elbows close to each other. Now drop those toes. Over your back. And lower back down to Shavasana. I have to share Sukasana with this dog here, but it's okay. And melt onto your mat in this wonderful, wonderful Shavasana. Let your feet fall as they may. Let your ankles fall as they may. Let your lower back melt. Try and relieve all the tension. And just fall on the mat however the body wants to. Let the body take control. Tap back into your normal breath. You can abandon the ujjayi now. And think about your intentions that you set today, or the goals you set, or whomever you dedicated this practice to. Ask yourself, did you honor them? Did you honor those intentions? Stay present. Begin to wiggle those toes and the fingers. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles. Flex those leg muscles, flex those arm muscles, flex the glutes. Bring the thighs up 90 degrees with the knees bent at 90 degrees. And drop them over to the left side of the mat, extending the left arm above head and resting your head on that left bicep. Place that right palm down in front of your face. Root down to rise up back into Sukasana. How does this Sukasana feel compared to the first one in today's practice? Should be a bit more limber, a bit more comfortable, a bit more relaxed. Slowly open the windows of your eyes and tap back into your surroundings. Oof, I open my eyes and now I see some sunlight. Yay. I'm not as cold as I once was. Inhale, extend your arms above head. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. And let's take a nice deep inhale together and a nice om, a powerful om. Inhale in. Ow. Really activated that throat chakra, letting the vibrate all through the throat. All right, looks like the doggy's done here. Well, thank you for letting me guide your practice today. I hope you flowed like water. And today, my friends, I challenge you to be like water. Malleable, fluid, and free-flowing. Hey, Corin. I hope you liked today's practice. You're the only commenter here. And if anybody else has any comments or questions or postures they'd like to see in future practice,